you know that guy?
Jedz Moto Nation and fellow motorcycle enthusiasts. This is your host of the most Jedz of Jedz Moto. And today, it's February 28th. It's in Vermont. You can clearly tell it's winter. We've got a warm day today. It's 39 degrees, so I thought I'd break out my new replacement for the Tux. This is the Honda Monkey Z125. Yes, I have a Honda Mini now. This is just a 125cc single overhead cam, 2-valve, horizontal, tried and true for how many millions and millions of bikes have been put. This motor's been put in. It's a great engine, doesn't break like at all. So I bought one. Like I said, I sold the Tux this past year. I was just getting a little bored with it, truthfully. Wasn't really. Couldn't really do anything, couldn't make it any quicker. I wasn't really, just kind of getting old with it. I had 10,000 miles on the bike, and for a little bike, that's quite a bit of miles. So I figured I'd try something different this year. So I saved my pennies, sold the Tux, saved my pennies, and got myself a Monkey. This bike's going to be really used for kind of around town. I've got a great trail system here in Vermont. I'm trying to get some miles on this thing. It's only got 3 miles, so we're just going for a little spin, and we'll kind of review as we go. Wheelie. So this little bike does about 55, 60 miles an hour with me on it, and it's going to be doing some upgrades to it, so it actually will be able to get to that speed a lot more comfortably. So the Monkey does really good, you know, has decent top speed of like, I think it's 65 miles an hour. My Tux would get up to 75, 80 if I really pushed it. But there's a lot of upgrades that make these bikes just as quick as the Tux. So the big reason I wanted to get a little bike like this was I really was inspired by the TW200. I tried turning my Tux into a scrambler. It wasn't really the best scrambler. And it took away from a lot of the aesthetics of the bike, so I decided to get a little bike that aesthetically looked good and also functioned pretty good off the road. And these guys have a pretty good reputation for being good little trail bikes. Not saying I'm going to be doing something crazy and, you know, going up crazy terrain and doing crazy stuff. I'm new to all this off-roading stuff, but I really want to do the Nebder this year. So I'm gonna need a bike to try out and see if I like it or not, and I think the Monkey's gonna fit the bill just fine. So as you can tell, this bike has phenomenal fit and finish. I would have to say there's so many chrome parts, nice billets, you know, handlebar mounts with the nice Honda badges, the LED display. You know, you have two trip odometers, and then your no-roll odometer, and it comes with a fuel gauge, which is awesome because the Tux didn't come with a fuel gauge. And you know what? I really like this digital reverse speedometer. It's really easy to see. It's big. It's clear. And I think even like when it was like really sunny out, it'd be easy to see. Pretty impressed with the little dude. It's pretty sweet. It's got a 1.25 gallon tank. They say if you don't get after it, it gets pretty good gas, probably like 100 something miles per gallon. I don't know if that's actually going to happen for me, but we'll see how it goes. Hello, Goose. So the engine's a little 125cc. It's not even a 250. It's not even a 200. It's just a 125. And you would think, oh man, this must be not so fun to ride. Jedz, you have a VMAX, you have an FC6, you have your Bonneville. Why would you want to get something little like this? And I mean, the reason is it's just, come on, baby. It's just fun. And it's really not that much slower than the Tux, which is kind of sad. These guys put out about 9 horsepower stock. And one of the upgrades I will be doing to this bike is doing the 186cc high compression big bore kit. And we'll put this bike from 19 horsepower to nearly 17 horsepower. So we're almost doubling the power. And in that range, it will definitely be faster than the Tux. And it'll be able to do pretty much everything I need it to do easily. This bike is 100% road legal from the factory. Even though you'd think for a small bike it wouldn't be. 125 is actually pretty common amongst other countries for their road faring bikes. So, you know, it seems to be doing just fine. Like I said, I'm not complaining. So nimble. So the wheelbase is really small. This thing is a mini bike. Like, they are tiny, it is small, and yeah, there's no way of getting around it. It's definitely a different kind of ride. It's very smooth, and that is to kind of be expected with a Honda. If it was not smooth, I'd be kind of worried, but not really any vibration to note on. The handlebars are soaking up the vibes pretty good. I mean, you got these big chrome handlebars. It's such a cool little retro bike. The frame's painted beautiful, this candy red tank to match the tank. It's just a cool little machine, man. Like, really digging this little thing. So we're gonna go on the dirt roads. Hopefully they're not too icy. Okay. Man, I gotta move the this instrument cluster. They're all pointing down, so I'm hitting the horn every time I try to cancel. So it's a dirt road, pretty muddy. This is kind of what this bike was designed to do these kind of off muddy trail roads, and this is kind of why I got it. Came with these V rubber tires. They're okay. I noticed that around 55 they kind of have a little shim to them. Not 100% big fan of them, but man, it's a great little bike. It's just so happy. It's just a happy little motorcycle, you know. And I'm smiling from ear to ear right now. It's just a blast, and it's just eating up this dirt road, no problem. Just putting along, happy as can be. There's a lot of ice here, so I gotta be careful. Oh, we got a Subaru on the side of the road. So the cool thing about this guy, it's got a standard clutch. So this basically is a Honda Grom. So this is basically the luxury version of the Grom, or the retro throwback. It's basically the same bike, except it's got a little more spec for, you know, off-roading or, you know, trail riding, I guess. I mean, probably just the tires is really what it is. It looks like that front guard's definitely higher off the like the front fender is a little higher up. So, you know, I guess they kind of designed it. You know, it's not the CT 125 Hunter Cub, and I was like thinking about getting that myself. But the problem with the Hunter Cub is it's like on 7-month back order or whatever. Everyone wants one, and as soon as they get them, they sell them. So this monkey was on sale, and last year's model. So, and non-ABS, this one does not have ABS, but ABS is an option on these bikes. Isn't that crazy? Disc brake in the rear, disc brake in the front. It's such a nice little bike. Oh, look at that. Ooh, puppies. Hello. Whoa. Puppy went after me. Lake Dunmore. People are out on the lake still. The ice is probably still wicked thick. Even though today's a nice warm day, it has been ridiculously cold. So yeah, and this has got a standard conventional motorcycle clutch, whereas the Super Cub and the CT 125, the Hunter Cub, both have the centrifugal semi-automatic. So, you know, you still have your shifter, but you don't have a clutch. There's no clutch. It just, you know, when you slow down or when the idles go down, it just puts itself into neutral and you never stall the bike out. But I've stalled this one out a couple of times. I think it's mainly because I'm getting new and trying to break in, you know, the fuel injection system, still trying to figure things out. What a cool little bike. I'm really enjoying this thing. And I can see, like, doing Nebder and stuff like that. I mean, I saw some of the video footage. I would be totally confident with something like this. Super small. Oh, wow, there's something in the way. I just pick up the bike and move it. That's kind of why I liked it so much. I like the small bikes. They're just easy to maneuver. They're fun to ride, especially on these back roads and stuff. Ooh, that's ice. That's ice. Ooh, the road is getting icy. Transmission's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's a fantastic transmission. It's a 4-speed transmission, and it's probably the same transmission that they used back on the Passport's Honda Cub. So my first motorcycle, and this is kind of like we're going to tie this all in together here. My first motorcycle I ever owned was a 1981 Honda Passport, or C70 Cub. And it was a 70cc Honda, semi-auto. And I got it back to life. I traded it for a case of beer, believe it or not. And I knew nothing about bikes. The engine was seized up. I got it loose and got it to run. And then I sold it, the engine, and put a 140cc engine in it. Pit bike engine, and it had a clutch and everything. And that was pretty cool. I liked it. Hindsight 2020, I would have never done what I did. I would have just kept it as a 70. I would have restored it, because they are worth some coin now. You can get them for like, you see them used for like $2,500, you know, it's like, wow, for like another $1,000, you're getting into, into a Monkey, or, a Grom. All right. All right, guys. Well, if you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in today at Jedz Moto, and I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to have this new steed, a part of the Jedz herd. So we've got the Monkey, we've got the FZ6, the T120, where it's going to be a surprise there for you too, and the VMAX. So it's going to be a fun year this year. And let's hope that COVID kind of cuts out by April, May, June. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Keep it shiny side up out there. Best.